Welcome everybody. You are at the Silver Queen and Bel Air Coins in Largo, Florida at our actual brick and mortar store. I'm Chris Arbutine, one of the owners in a family business. We've been doing business since 1972, pretty much in the same location. You'll hear noises, phones, but that's because something's really happening here because we are a real business with real people. Today we're going to talk about frequently asked questions, and I'm going to try to do my best to answer them as well as possible. Of course, we can't fit everything in, but we'll get more to that, and let's get started. What is the most expensive and popular buffalo nickel? Well, that's easy. The king of the buffalo nickels is the elusive 1937D from Denver, three-legged buffalo. Yes, I said 3 legs. That means it looks like a normal buffalo nickel till you flip it over on the back and the front leg of the buffalo is missing. Well, how did that happen? Well, in Denver, one of the workers was polishing the dies, and basically when you polish the dies at the mint, they're large, and when he polished it, he polished a little too hard on the front leg and actually polished the front leg off of the nickel. And what happened is many of the nickels got struck with that die until they found out, oh my gosh, there's a buffalo that only has 3 legs on it. Well, they didn't find out in time, and thankfully for collectors, these nickels got released into circulation and people were able to get them legally. A lot of times when the mint screws up, they won't release the coin, and if you happen to get one because it snuck out of the mint somehow, you're not allowed to own those coins. But this is a mint heir you're allowed to own, and it's quite valuable. Your typical buffalo nickel 3-legged 1937D ranges from $500 to $1,500 in value. Now again, the reason I call it the most valuable is if you have one that came absolutely, say, right off the presses first, it could be worth $75,000 to $100,000. Again, that would need to be graded. You would have to bring it to us. We'd have to send it off to probably PCGS or NGC. And the prices, I want to give some props to PCGS. These prices came right off their website. So again, the approximate value is always affected by, of course, just like in all collectibles, condition. You know, so if you get one that's pretty worn out, you're going to be closer to that 300, 400, 500. Get one in that super mint shape, it's going to be 75, 100,000. But again, if it's been cleaned, and do not clean this coin, you lower the value again. So do not clean it. There are a lot of counterfeits of this coin made. There's a lot of people that played around and buffed off the front leg. A lot of different things you have to do. So it's a mandatory send it into grading coin. Now, if you bring it into me, I can tell. But if you're buying this coin, you need to buy it graded because there's too many good fakes out there. So always feel free to come to a professional, but know that we can tell on the spot for free, or we can send it in for you. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a lot of information I gave you. Let's try to make this more active in the future. I'd really like to hear some of your questions, emails, concerns. Send me anything, because you never know. One of those might end up being another YouTube video for us. Again, of course, I always tell people, yes, we want to buy your items. That's what we're here for. But we will provide information and try to get to a price free of charge. If you are going to try to find out what something's worth, please feel free to email, text, or call me directly. But please remember, anything that you can include and everything you can include will help me quickly determine what you have. So everything that you can do is best. Measurements, maker's marks, condition of the item, any damage that might be on it, history of it, any kind of appraisal or information you may have that you think could be useful, please send that, because that will help me. And again, our information is always free. We are looking forward to buying. But remember, it's always great to have you, and thanks for tuning in.